All right, people, being Mary Jane, season 1, episode 2. Okay, so we pick right back up where we left off. Now, Mary Jane and Andre, we have found out his name because I feel like we didn't know that before, but Mary Jane and Andre have just had this heated love scene in the gym shower area. And so now they meet up at a hotel which he wants to talk to her. And so during this conversation, he busts out a ring and he's like, marry me. Now, hold on. Mary Jane had said in the last episode that they have been dating or hanging out or doing whatever for 4 months. So he bust out like a gazillion carat ring and he like, be my boo forever, right? And so, first of all, every time I look at him, I just think of his character from for Colored Girls, Janet Jackson's husband. Like, he's always the cheater. Like, he's always the cheater. He's a good looking, flawed cheater. Like, he has issues, okay? So, she's like, you know what? This is retarded. I can't marry you. You're married. Like, you know what baffles me is like the audacity of men sometimes. And some men sometimes. Like, how can we ever be in a relationship if you're already married? Is the real, like, what are you thinking? Like, why would we get married? Like, it's starting off toe up. Like, it's just not gonna work out. But of course, in his mind, he's like, I don't love my wife no more. I want to be with you. I want to be with you. And it's just clearly not going to work. So surprisingly, they didn't hook up because, you know, Mary Jane is very weak for him. And just kind of overall, I feel like she's desperate. Like, she's at that point. I think during the course of the episode, we learned that she was 38. And if she wants to have a man, she wants the family, she wants the home, she wants all of those things. And like, you know, what are you to do? She's successful, but for her, those pieces that she wants is incomplete. So surprisingly, and then it looked like somebody is watching him. So I'm going to go on record and say I still feel like the wife has hired a PI. I just feel that way. I just feel that way. Anyway, so she goes to work and there was some strife. Her best friend, who is one of her best friends, which is so happened to be the producer of her show, didn't tell Mary Jane that she had taken the position with the other guy's show, which is her friend. I don't know his name, but so that was a little strife there. Her mom is sick, of course. She has lupus, I think it is, so she's wearing wigs and things like that. Now, yeah. So I was gonna say, does lupus make your hair fall out? But I think, yeah, it does, and it makes you very, very sick. And everybody has kind of a, you know, different reaction to what the disease does to their body. So they, you know, go on this they have this very kind of touching scene where prior to that, her father and her, turns out, used to have these daughter dates. And so during a daddy-daughter date out to eat, this woman like comes on to her father, and Mary Jane is very, very protective. So of course the next day, she goes and she's just like, you know, basically giving this lady the business, but you know, by Gabrielle's faces, because Gabrielle makes the best actress faces. She's always like, you know, like she makes the best faces. But and she lets her mom know, like, Miss Watkins, whatever her name is, Miss Watkins doesn't have bad intentions. Her mom was like, y'all already know, you know, like they at least used to wait till you're dead. Now they don't. Which, I mean, at this point, it seems like her father is very tired. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that it could be very taxing to constantly deal with that. And it turns out that her mom won't go ride in the Porsche. I don't know. I was about to say something really inappropriate. I was like, is she scared about her hair flying off? I don't know. Anyway, it seems like, I guess because she is so sick, that they don't do the things that he used to do. And it seems like her father is very tired. I don't know that he will cheat, but he seems very tired. And I think he wants kind of the company of a woman, or at least for his wife to do the things that she used to do, I guess, prior to her getting sick or very sick. Okay. Table that. So, of course, when we pick up, The wife, Avery, Andre's wife, Avery, wants to get a post-nup where she gets 75% of his stuff. Both the houses, full custody of the kids. Like, she is asking for a lot, which I get. I mean, I guess they've built this kind of extravagant, life together. And he was like, basically, hell no. Hell no. So that's very interesting because he was like, yo, there will never be a day where you can take me away from my kids. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay. So she avoid a choking man, because I am a full proponent. A man will choke you. He will just choke you. Before you know it, you get choked. Like, you see it on Juanita. Y'all remember Juanita from Dead Presidents? And he looked kind of crazy. Like, he's sexy. Andre is sexy. Omar Hardwick is sexy, but he looked crazy. Like, he looked like he would choke you. Like, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I look at every man as a potential choker. So you go too far and you got hands around your neck and it's lights out, Joe Jackson. I don't know. Anyway, so the wife, of course, is just kind of like this hot mess. She's crying, and I don't know. I'm actually team Mary Jane on this. I just feel like maybe Mary Jane is a better fit, but I guess too, I don't know. We'll see. So they have a girlfriend's party, and they have like this male stripper, and everybody, after the stripper is done dancing, he is still there hanging out, drinking wine, listening to them share secrets, and everybody goes around and shares secrets. And one woman is sleeping with a married man. He's buying her bags, and she's like, the best part is that I don't have this commitment to him. The producer, she's like, I slept with the underage intern, and it's another lady, a friend who took, Mary Jane said that she took her job. She said she had emasculated her man, essentially, and bought her own ring. So, you have all these things. Mary Jane, under no circumstances, was going to fess up to sleeping with a married man. So, at this point, this is when she digs in the freezer, breaks out the baking soda with the sperm. So everybody's like, yo, this is crazy. And like, her doctor best friend was very upset. And she was like, this is where we are now? Like, you didn't even tell me. It's like, excuse me, Miss Thing, you tried to kill yourself last week. So this is where we are now? You just tried to kill me before you even tell me you got some problems? Like, you better get out of here with that. Talking about like, whatever. People, whatever. All right. So everybody's talking about marriage and cheating and blah, blah, blah. So cut to, like, Mary Jane, prior to that, she was turning up with the girlfriends. Cut to Andre and Avery are having this discussion. And through this discussion, we learned that they got issues. They got sex issues. They got communication issues. They just got issues. Their marriage is toe up, okay? Toe up. And so it seems like, his issue is, we don't have sex. You seem like you feel that you have made me into kind of this thing where you've dressed me up and you've taken me out of this horrible life that I supposedly had, and that you've essentially made me into the man that I am. So he's really essentially fighting for his manhood, I guess, in a way. And she's like, yeah, I made you, and you was raggedy. You was driving this little raggedy BMW or Mercedes, and, blah, blah, blah. I made you into what other women want. And, again, this is when you could get choked. I feel like, don't cross the line or you gonna get choked. I don't know. Protect your neck, like literally. So they got issues. So Mary Jane being, and what I have discovered, she is a habitual bad decision maker. She texts him like 86 times and she's like, I'm ready to talk. What do you want to talk about? You don't have a future with him. He's married, right? So if you marry him, you guys known each other 4 months. If you marry him, won't you, it's rare, but won't you encounter the same problems that his wife did? Because as soon as something happens and it's years and years of build up and he doesn't want to deal with it anymore, wouldn't he just sleep with somebody else? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, what is there to talk about? There's nothing to discuss. Dude, you're married. Like, you went to the church house and you told Jesus and friends that this is my boo thing for life. And you got kids. So what are you thinking? What are you doing? Like, I don't even understand why she texted him, but she's a habitual bad decision maker. So, cut to, he was about to leave. Now, Mary Jane was texting him like crazy, and she's like, oh my God, you love her. That's her. Like, this is like eating her up inside. So, when the scene comes up, we see that there's a woman topless in underwear. He's literally having sex with his wife, which is crazy because, like, you know that he's been having sex with somebody else, so how could you have sex with him? But I guess, too, it's kind of like, what about me? And that was her whole point. Like, you get to ride off into the sunset, and I got stretch marks, and I'm fat, and I got 2 kids. Who am I going to be with? Which, I mean, I completely get her point. So he's having sex with his wife. He decides to stay. That's one issue. Mary Jane, on the other hand, is in the bed by herself. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Mary Jane is just a bad decision maker. Those are bad decisions. Not the sperm so much, because I get it. I get it. I'm in my 30s, and I thought about freezing my sperm. Now, I'm not going to pull the sperm. I'm not a scientist, okay? I'm not pulling sperm out and saving it, but I've strongly considered it, and I've researched it and talked about it amongst my friends. But other than that, like, dealing with Andre, and did you notice, like, there was a scene that she said, all you do is make me cry. But yet and still, when they're talking about marriage and they're talking about their problems, this is the dude that you want to text. There's nothing to say. You're married. We can't get married. You have a family already. So what is this about? I don't know. We'll see. So next week, it looks like her brother has found out that she has slept with a married man, and she's gonna have to pay him off. That's weird. But I mean, that your brother would even like dime you out. That's crazy. But things I've learned, the one lesson I've learned, that Mary Jane just can't get it together. She's like a habitual bad decision maker. And I thought, I think I said in the last video that I thought Andre really loved her. He's doing what married men do, which is play both sides of the fence. So he's gonna, of course, come back to her and try to be with her. And so I don't see this working out favorably for anybody, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. But all right, that's all I got. So tell me what you think. Leave your comments below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.